Outages that we experienced across central Ohio last week. Local food banks working even harder now to feed the community.
NBC4's Jonathan Jackson is live outside the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, where demand, Jonathan, is reaching record high levels.
Jen and Brad, staff here at the Mid-Ohio Food Collective say demand has increased mostly because of the pandemic. But now, because of last week's latest outages and storms, they say thousands more have come here in need of assistance. Throughout the day, hundreds of vehicles pass through this tent at the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, each one loaded with several pounds of food to help residents in need. But the recent power outages across central Ohio have caused demand to rise.
We're an emergency food system. We're building the infrastructure and the network to be there for that. And then you layer another emergency, like hundreds of thousands of people losing power on top. And of course, it's going to put a real strain on people's food budgets.
Senior Vice President of Communications, Mike Cochran, says the Mid-Ohio Food Collective serves around 70,000 families a month in Franklin County alone. However, that number has grown to over 75 to 80,000. And now, with families recovering from last week's power outages, he says thousands more are looking to restock their fridges.
I was fortunate enough to be able to go to the grocery store and replace it, but a lot of people don't have the wherewithal to do that.
Such as Tatiana Ryan, a local Columbus resident who says on top of having to get food, the power outages left her in a tight spot.
It scared me a little bit because I'm like, the heat is terrible out here. And I have asthma, so that power outage really threw me off, and it took away from my health condition a lot.
Ryan says if it weren't for this, her budget would have taken a massive hit and left her vulnerable to many other expenses.
The Mid-Ohio Food Bank being here makes it easier on us, especially with the electric going up, the gas prices going up. This gives us extra opportunities to get groceries.
Now, last year, the Mid-Ohio Food Collective distributed 83 million pounds of food, which is around 189,000 meals per day. Local for you in Grove City, I'm Jonathan Jackson, NBC4.